It's yours now.
What is?
The dark saber.
The third season for The Mandalorian is set to hit our screens soon, and we may be in for some shocking discoveries. As always, we'll give you the exclusive details of it all. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Mania. And in today's video, we'll be giving you the nitty-gritty detail of what you should expect from the coming season of Star Wars series, The Mandalorian Season 3. A while back, when the Book of Boba Fett was announced, when The Mandalorian Season 2 ended, many fans were devastated, thinking the new show would take the place of the third season for the show. But to fans' relief, that didn't happen. It has been confirmed that the third season of The Mandalorian will continue the story of Din Djarin. Favreau, in an interview on Good Morning America in 2020, stated that the production of the third season will start immediately after the release of the Book of Boba Fett. The show will be back with the major characters, whom we will always have known and loved. Release date: the Book of Boba Fett will be hitting our screens in December 2021, so it is very likely that The Mandalorian Season 3 will be released in 2022. What we don't know is when in 2022. You might recall that the initial production listing for the third season of The Mandalorian was slated for April 5, 2021. According to the Film and Television Industry Alliance, filming was supposed to begin by April 5th, but no news was heard as in that regard yet. It was not until June 2021 that Collider reported that the third season is not set to film until late 2021 or early 2022 at the latest. The report even confirmed that the planned release date was 2022. To add to our confusion, Pedro Pascal, who also happens to be the man under Mando's helmet, suggested that the production was yet to get underway. This was reported according to an appearance he made on Variety's Actors on Actors series in the early days of June 2021. When asked by fellow Star Wars star Ewan McGregor if the principal photography had begun for the third season of The Mandalorian, Pascal responded that they haven't shot the third season. He went on to talk about some things confidently, but he thought against it when he stopped midway. We don't know what it is yet, but when we do find out, we'll be talking about it. What we do know is that Pascal is engaged with another commitment, and this may further delay the return of Mando. He has been cast as Joel Miller in The Last of Us. The production of this HBO's live-action series got underway early July, and that just means that Mando is busy with other things. According to Pascal's contract with HBO, The Last of Us is in first position. What that means is the show takes precedence over any other engagement that the actor might work on. This doesn't necessarily mean the end of the world, considering that Pascal has not always been the actor inside the famous helmet, as revealed by Season 1 director Bryce Dallas. So the filming may just start without Pascal if he's still engaged when filming begins for the third season. The cast. Hopefully, Pedro Pascal would be done with his engagement in time for the film shoot. He would be reprising his role as Din Djarin, the Mandalorian himself. We are not sure about the other actors who would be returning for the next season. We all know how Lucasfilm derives pleasure in keeping guest stars secret until new episodes debut on Disney+. What we do know is that the show has a large ensemble to choose from, and of course, we know that they would pick the best. We are in for some surprises. Aside from guest stars, we expect to see Bo-Katan Kryze as played by Katie Sackhoff. We think the coming season will dig further into her quest to retire Mandalore. We also believe strongly that Greed Karga's Carl Weathers will likely pop up at some point in the coming season. Gina Carano will not be coming back for the third season of The Mandalorian. Gina was removed from all future Lucasfilm projects as a result of an offensive social media post. The company stated that she is currently unemployed and we won't be seeing her in the future Star Wars shows, The Mandalorian included. Giancarlo's Imperial Moff Gideon is fairly confident of his return in the coming season. In an interview with the Entertainment Weekly, he stated that he feels we will see more of him in the next season. Since his life was spared by Mando in the finale of Season 2, it's obvious that he has a big part to play in the post-return of the Jedi universe. Aside from that, you might agree that he makes such a perfect villain, so why ditch that? It is possible that Tamara Martinson's Boba Fett and Ming-Na Wen's Fennec Shand will be appearing again after starting in the soon-to-be-released The Book of Boba Fett. This is just a possibility. We're not certain, but we do know that when The Book of Boba Fett is released, we would know from there. For now, we wait. Ming-Na Wen is in an interview with Digital Spy, stated that she doesn't know if she would be appearing in the coming season of The Mandalorian. In her words, she didn't even know she was shooting. She didn't even know she was shooting The Book of Boba Fett. She stated that their contracts are always under different names. According to her, when she was told she would become a season regular, she just assumed it was for the third season of The Mandalorian. It wasn't until after 2 weeks of working with Robert Rodriguez, the executive producer of The Book of Boba Fett, that she realized she was actually shooting a spin-off. This just goes to show how secretive the showrunners are about the third season of The Mandalorian. In an exclusive finding, sources close to Season 3's production have suggested the possibility of a Wookiee making an appearance in the show. Of course, there haven't been a confirmation as to whether it's true or false. What to expect? With the two big plot threads from the second season, we know we are in for some interesting story in the third season of The Mandalorian. It has to pay off. Questions need to be answered. For instance, we would all love to know who will wield the dark saber. Secondly, we would like to know when Grogu, aka the Child, or aka Baby Yoda, returns to Din Djarin after his training time with Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. The finale of Season 2 saw Mando winning the darksaber weapon, the highly coveted Mandalorian blade, by Katie Sackhoff's Bo-Katan Kryze, in her quest to reclaim the throne of Mandalore. Of course, it wasn't possible for Mando to just hand over the blade to Bo-Katan, since he worked for it. And we saw that the tensions mounted when it became clear that Mando and Bo-Katan were going to have to duel in order to claim the weapon for Mando. We know for sure that this plot will be picked up again in the coming season of The Mandalorian, since any development that should happen in the last season was stopped by the impromptu appearance of Luke Skywalker. The second big plot that we expect to be explored in the coming season of The Mandalorian is the fate of the formerly known Baby Yoda, Grogu. What will become of this artist after he went off with Luke to be trained in the ways of the Force? Though he is strong with the Force, talent without training is nothing, says Skywalker. Mando promised that he will see Grogu again, and we would all like to know when. There's also the resurgent Empire that will definitely be dealt with in the coming season. We know that Grand Admiral Thrawn is alone, and he's being hunted by Ahsoka Tano, and we're also aware that Moff Gideon's ship is nothing compared with the Imperial remnant forces out there. This will definitely be dealt with. Though the Thrawn story is expected to form the basis of the upcoming Ahsoka live-action show, there's a possibility that we'll see it picked up again in the coming season of The Mandalorian too. In an interview with IndieWire, Pascal stated that the coming season is filled with unexpected surprises and timelines that they would all be dealt with. He couldn't go into details of the plot since his contract won't allow it, so all we can do is wait for the unexpected surprises in the coming season. It's also possible that we will get more information as to what Grogu's blood is being used for by the Empire. It's quite obvious to note that the show was pointing at the origins of the sequel trilogy's puppet villain Supreme Leader Snoke. The show was also pointing to the eventual return of Emperor Palpatine that would later make us sigh with disappointment in The Rise of the Skywalker, which was released in 2019. Another thing to look out for is the unexpected turn of characters in the coming season of The Mandalorian. If you see any, just keep in mind that it's not without reason. If you made it this far, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe and that notification bell, and don't forget to share with your friends. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen. We'll see you there.